Good morning, guys. How are you? Welcome to my first day in the life vlog. At least that's what I hope this turns into. But if you don't know me, my name's Jake Morsch. I'm currently 29 years old, living in Austin, Texas. And I honestly view myself as just a regular, normal guy. But maybe it depends on who you ask. My family thinks I'm a little crazy sometimes. My friends love to do the same types of things I do. But let me just take you along my day, and I want to allow you guys to get to know me and some of the things I'm passionate about, some of the things I like to do. And yeah, we'll just go from here. Starting the day with a strength training session here at Squatch Fitness. I've moved my strength training to the morning recently and experimenting with that a couple days a week. So I'll show you a little bit of the workout that we got going on today. And I'm just gonna take you through the day. We're gonna see how it goes. See what anything interesting we get into, or just give you a little insight into the life. But all right, we're at the gym. It's about 6 a.m., 6:15. And I wanted to talk about just a morning routine real quick. Personally, I don't have a set or specific morning routine that I follow, but the one key element is I have to start my day in some sort of silence and reflection period. And typically for me, that's just like 5 to 10 minutes of some mobility, maybe some breathing. I like to read the Daily Stoic, which is one page of Stoic philosophy a day. It's just something that helps kind of get my mind thinking, get my mind right. I don't like to dive super deep into books or any like literature or anything really like too much thinking, honestly. Right to start, I have to just have like a moment of quiet and a moment of peace, and oftentimes that's just me taking 5 to 10 minutes to move my body and get mobile, and then it's usually doing something physical, getting outside for either a walk or workout. And I love to run, bike, and swim. So usually when I'm moving and doing something physical, my mind is kind of at peace, and the morning is so quiet. I think it's such an underutilized time in the day for most people, and you can really get a lot done between that 5 to 8 a.m. hour. So yeah, here we're at the gym. We're gonna get started into our workout. Got about a 10 to 15 minute warm up, and then the main thing on the agenda today is some power cleans. But other than that, we're gonna go into some full body strength, some lunges, some shoulder press, some rows, and a little bit of core. So I'll take you through that. All right, workout, about to get into it. Starting with 4 sets of 3 barbell power cleans, and we're gonna superset that with 4 sets of 8 to 10 of dumbbell shoulder press. So power cleans, focus on being explosive here, 4 sets of 3, and dumbbell shoulder press. on to barbell Bulgarian lunges, 3 sets of 8 to 12 range with single arm dumbbell row. Hop into it. Gonna finish up with some core. We got some hanging leg raises. I'm gonna do 3 rounds of 15 with some Copenhagen planks, 3 rounds about 30 seconds each, and then I'll end it with a heavy farmer's carry down and back. So 3 rounds through, nothing fancy, just some good core work to end the workout.
Two-piece, and then I am doing a much deeper dive with the training, Jake.
Yeah.
On Monday, I explained what my whole training.
All right, workout is complete. Solid one today. 2 surprises that caught me off guard, which was awesome. My buddy Yash just came up to me at the end of my workout and gave me a picture. See if I can get it here. Gave me a little Polaroid photo that he took from me months ago, which is super cool and really special. And then my buddy Matt just got this. See if you can see it. This awesome canvas made of me from High Rocks, New York. So man, I'm super blessed, man. I got some awesome friends. It's 2 unexpected gifts that I got this morning that put a smile on my face. So Yash, Matt, I appreciate you guys. You guys are great dudes, great friends, and thank you. All right. We're back from the workout. It's about 7:45 a.m. I'm gonna make breakfast real quick. I'm just gonna show you what I have. I'm gonna have 3 eggs. I'm gonna have 6 ounces of salmon. I'm gonna have a grapefruit, and then I have 1 sourdough bagel left. From my friend Shelby Smith, who bakes these herself. They're amazing. Shout out Shelby. I'll show you the full plate when it's ready to go, but I don't track calories. I just focus on protein, veggies, and whole foods to kind of make my plate. So no recipes, but just kind of focus on protein, good fat source, and carbs depending on my activity level, but I'll show you that here in a minute. All right, so here's breakfast. We have 3 eggs, a sourdough bagel, 6 ounces of salmon, and a grapefruit. I'm just having some water, and I might as well show you the full stack. I have some vitamin D, some ashwagandha, and some zinc that I'm taking based on some results from a blood test a couple months back. And then I also worked out fasted this morning. I operate better kind of on an empty stomach, especially just for strength training. I feel like I don't need a ton of calories or fuel, but I did sip on electrolytes and creatine during my strength training session. So that's the breakfast for this morning. Full plate. And now we're going to start the work day. Super quick ride over to Figure 8 Coffee to work remote for a few hours. I do work as a project planner for a marketing agency, full-time remote, so I have the flexibility to pop in and out of some coffee shops for work, and I really like coffee shops. I feel like I'm pretty productive in that environment. So here is, we're at Figure 8 for a few hours, gonna lock in and get to work. All right, we're back. It's lunch break. Going on a little walk just to get outside, get some sun, get some steps in. I always try to get 15, 20-minute walk when I can at lunch to break up the workday. Just makes me feel good. So that is tip number 2 for the day. Remember, number 1 was to utilize the morning hours between 5 and 8 a.m. Highly underrated. Number 2 is to get outside and walk during your day. Always try to get out, like I said, at least one good one, if not 2 or 3 small ones throughout the day. Get some sun, get some movement before locking back in for the afternoon work session. So I'll show you lunch here in a bit. All right, we're back for lunch. Let me show you what we're working with today. We have chicken thighs there on the left that I air fried and topped with mustard and some Primal Kitchen barbecue sauce, which is very good. We have a little bit of carrots up top right, some pineapple, and then a healthy little nut mix of cashews, almonds, pistachios, and walnuts. But yeah, there you have it. I try not to complicate nutrition too much, keep it simple. I'm gonna continue working for a couple hours into the afternoon. Probably not the best habit, but I do eat and continue working, which I think a lot of people probably do just because the day gets so busy and we're always go, go, go. So I am gonna eat and continue working for another couple hours this afternoon, and then we'll get into the evening and I'll show you what we got going tonight. Quick update. We just ended the work day and we're hustling over to Black Swan Yoga for Hot On It Yoga, ran by Elle. I love incorporating this into my week. It's a great class that involves bands, kettlebell, and a mace. And Elle programs some awesome exercises that I feel fill the gap in my training throughout the week. We do a lot of good mobility, core, some plyometric work, and it's just a great class, and I really enjoy it. And it also gives me an hour of kind of peace off my phone, just in the yoga studio, focusing on the movements and the class for the day. So that's what I like to do Wednesday evenings. We're on the way over to Hot On It Yoga at Black Swan. But yoga done and dusted. Yoga is not just for women, fellas. Let me tell you, that is tough stuff. But I always feel so much better after I leave yoga class than when I walked in. So, hey, if you're on the fence, give it a shot. Highly recommend Black Swan Yoga in Austin. Now we quick stop at the grocery store, head home for dinner. Alright, back home, showered up, dinner is ready, so I'll show you what we're working with tonight real quick. We have about 10 ounces of flank steak. We have some quinoa. I just get these microwaved packets from Central Market. That's just quinoa, olive oil, and sea salt. We have some yellow bell pepper with some onions, and then an avocado. And also I'm addicted to these Zevias, so I usually add those. But yeah, nothing too complicated, but solid dinner, solid day of meals. And honestly, I like to just kind of sit down and watch YouTube videos actually while I eat dinner, and or listen to music and just kind of relax and start the nighttime routine. So gonna eat this and then just chill for a bit. And
running, let me explain. So these are the 4 pillars of endurance running. Starting here, we have...
All right, guys, I'm back post dinner. kind of winding down for the night. Got a nice little sunset coming in my window here, which is nice. But I wanted to touch on why I'm filming a day in the life video today. Like, why now? Why? What's the purpose and intent behind it? And a couple reasons came to mind, just to kind of fill you in on why I decided to pick up the camera today. Is number one, some of my friends have started doing it, and they've inspired me to do the same and to share what I'm going through on a day-to-day life, what my day looks like. I'm interested personally in seeing other people when they share content and what they're going through. So, hey, why don't I do the same? That's one reason. The second reason would be that I feel like it makes me get outside my comfort zone. It's very uncomfortable to film yourself in public, to speak up and stare at a camera. So I think just by doing this, it's getting me outside my comfort zone. I'm working on my communication skills, my eye contact to you guys, the audience, and it's gonna make me better for it. So that's the second reason. And I think the last reason is I just want to share more about myself and connect with more like-minded individuals. I want to help people with the things they're going through. Maybe something I've gone through can help you. Maybe something you're going through can help me, but we'll never know if we don't connect and we don't share information. So I want this to be a platform for that, to be open, be honest, be authentic, just be me. And if my message resonates with you, I'd love to connect and just continue to grow, continue to get better. That's what it's all about for me. And I would be remiss to not mention, if you follow me on Instagram, you hear me mention the term "to more life," and it's become my mantra, my ethos as of late. And for me, it means living life every day with intention and purpose. It's doing things I love, pursuing them, being authentically me, not apologizing for being me and for doing those things. It's doing things for others and helping them out on their journey. It's getting outside my comfort zone. A good example of that would be taking a solo trip. I went to Bend, Oregon last week for 4 days by myself for the first time ever. It was uncomfortable, but I grew so much from the experience. Like I said, filming myself is uncomfortable. I'm getting outside my comfort zone. It could be doing a hard race, a hard challenge, a hard fitness thing. It could be diving into a job, a career, building your own business. It really could be anything. And this may sound simple and kind of like a duh moment, right? Like, to more life, like more living, like, yeah, like I do that. But I would ask you wholeheartedly, like, do you? Because there was a time, a year, 2 years ago when I didn't. So I know people aren't waking up with the intention and purpose of getting the most out of their day-to-day life, and they might end up with regret one day. And I don't want to be one of those people that has any regrets when I'm older. And to more life is how I plan on getting the most out of every single day. And it starts with a decision, a choice every day when you wake up. It's every single day, every morning. How am I going to approach the day? Am I going to get up and go do that workout that I said I was going to do? Am I going to show up for others? Am I going to show up for myself and get the most out of today? And that's what To More Life is about. And another aspect of To More Life is not only getting better and pursuing these things, but life should be enjoyable and life should be fun. And if it's not, you're doing something wrong. You're spending your time wrong if you're not having fun and smiling at the end of the day and looking back on these things you've accomplished and these things you did, the memories you've made, and it truly brings a smile to your face because it was so joyful. It was so happy. And that's what life's about. So not only is it the kind of more, let's call it serious side of pursuing growth, but it's pursuing adventure. It's going on these trips and doing these things you never thought your previous self would do. And at the end of the day, it's looking at yourself today, and it's looking at the man or the woman that you want to be and down the road, and really analyzing your life and thinking and acting and going through the motions of everyday life is what you're doing today gonna get you to the person you want to be in X amount of years. And if it's not, I think you need to take a hard look in the mirror, and you have the power to change it. And I think that's the beauty of it, is we have the power to make the choices, make the decisions every single day to become the person we want to take that chance, to move to a new city, to book that trip, to ask that person out you've always had a crush on, to apply and go after that new job. It's all of it. And I've been consumed with like the thought of Tomorrow Life lately. I'm personally obsessed with it. I love it. I wake up every day with it top of mind. How can I live more life today? And I just want to share that message with you. If that resonates, hop on board. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Like I said, I love it. It means a lot to me because a year or two ago, I wasn't living life, and I finally feel like I'm on the path to doing so today. And it's exciting, it's fun, and I can't wait to continue the journey. So, man, that was a lot. I'm gonna end up winding down for the night. Probably relax a little bit more and read to end the night, just to wind down, or listen to some music. But yeah, that's the day in the life. Not a super eventful day. I'm not training for anything specific right now. I'm enjoying the summertime here in Austin, Texas, before jumping into another race or crazy challenge. But I always like to stay ready. I do everything every day to prepare myself for when that next time may come, and when the opportunity arises, I'm gonna jump on it. So I hope you enjoyed today. If you have any questions, I'm an open book. Hit me up. Like, comment, subscribe. I've always wanted to say that from all the YouTube videos I've watched. And to more life, man. Signing off. Peace.